Hello and welcome to the largest stage of basketball. Game 7 of the NBA Finals between Oklahoma City and Miami. Kevin Durant versus LeBron James. We get set underway in front of the South Beach crowd of Miami. And you can't get much bigger than this when it comes to basketball. I said I'll do the 1 hour video, and here it is. Between OKC and Miami. It should be interesting how it turns out. I'm hoping for a close one between these two teams, and I don't know how I'm gonna get through this whole hour by myself. Normally on TV, you'd see two commentators. One would be a play-by-play, and the other one would be a color commentator, which would, say something about someone. So I'm gonna have to sort of fill in the role of both as we get ready to tip off here in American Airlines. So, without further ado, here is the jump ball of Game 7 of the NBA Finals. It's controlled by the Heat, and of course LeBron's going to bring it up the floor. So it should be interesting to see how this turns out. I have toyed around with some of the settings and some of the game sliders for both of them. Hopefully the games are a little bit more high scoring and there's not as much shot clock animations like there is right now. It's hard telling if that shot should not go down. So now the Thunder off and running. Kevin Durant in the open floor. Gets stopped, gets bumped, passes it off to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka gets rejected, but it's right into Durant's hands. Just at the right place at the right time for that one. And wow. This stage could not be any bigger. I honestly feel the adrenaline pumping inside the stadium right now, even though I'm not even in it. So that's just huge. Again, Miami running down the shot clock, not knowing what to do. LeBron with a fadeaway, no good. The Thunder outlet to Durant. Durant spots up, knocks it down. He is ready to play tonight. Can Miami respond to the Thunder's immediate scoring run? Bosh with the turnover. Westbrook collects it. Durant, corner again. Durant is completely on fire. He has brought his A game tonight. Maybe even his A+ game if he gets it right. So he looking to put points on the board. They are at home, which could be a striking advantage if it would come down to the home crowd. Could be a key factor. Dwayne from about 17 knocks down the mid-range J. And it's crazy how Dwayne Wade sort of had to accept a secondary role to LeBron. Like at first when they all joined, you could tell as Kendrick Perkins just walks his way in somehow. And there's a goaltending violation on Dwayne Wade as the ball is going down to the cylinder. That's an obvious goaltending call. I'm not going to be harping on anyone for that call. But at first Miami was sort of just, I could feel it, they were all just playing around, and it sort of just seemed like, there wasn't any set offenses or anything like that. They really ran. It was just whatever. As Chris Bosh fade away off 1 foot. I guess he sort of learned that from Dirk from last year for the finals, as he got tortured enough by it. But again, Miami, I felt, wasn't really playing basketball or team basketball. They were just giving it to one of their stars, and they really just shot, and that was it. As Russell Westbrook spins off, and they're going to actually count the basket. Continuation. Right here comes James Harden into the game. 6th man of the year. OKC off to an extremely nice start. Look at those 5-second free throws. And OKC is up 11-4 with 9 minutes here to go inside the first quarter. already with 11 points. If they keep going at this rate, they could possibly have 44. But that'll be difficult depending on the situation at hand, as Bosch now has 4 for Miami. I wonder how, like, it's sort of weird how LeBron left Cleveland to go to Miami and Bosch left Toronto. I felt like everyone from Toronto hated Bosch for, like, maybe, 1/5 of the way into the season, then the hate started to go away. But then there's still people in Cleveland that are just like, why? Why did this happen? Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's just Cleveland. But Durant with the Thunder stuff. I believe that was a Russell Westbrook assist on the play. They really know how to get out in transition early, especially. Kevin Durant has a chance to put up 9 points already inside the game, already outscoring Miami by himself. And it looks like he's going to get his 9th basket. Well, not his 9th basket, but his 9th point. That's a free throw line. And that's a timeout immediately by Miami. And I will be skipping those because, I'm just not going to talk over timeouts. It's kind of ridiculous. They normally go to commercial break during those times anyways, so I can make an exception here. Unless you want there to be a commercial break, but I know for a fact that no one wants a commercial break right now. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Bosch trying to scoot in a little bit. That's his range. He could probably toss up a shot right now if he wanted to, but instead he dishes it to LeBron. LeBron trying to get someone free, and Dwayne Wade is wide open inside the corner for the 3-ball. That's not his specialty, but I guess when it's an open shot, most NBA players will knock that down. Should be interesting to see what OKC does here, since Durant's been their main man. He comes off screens like it's no one's business, and the guy is still flawless. Never mind, he actually missed a field goal, but he does have 11 points and 1 rebound to go along with that. So that man has showed up to play, and wow. Ooh. Durant doesn't believe it. Wow. I just don't know if that was a foul. But I guess that would be the only thing that keeps Miami in it at this moment, is trying to foul out Durant. If Durant gets some fouls collected on top of him, then, I mean, it's going to be a hard challenge for OKC, since he's already got 11 of their 16. LeBron's actually had a hard time getting started here inside this game, so should be interesting to see how the rest of this one plays out. And throughout the playoffs, I noticed, like, the Thunder was one of the most consistent teams in the NBA, but then when it came down to the NBA Finals, they just somehow did not get the job done for the most part. Serge Ibaka is going to have to force up a shot. No good. Almost rebounded by Perkins. But Chris Bosh able to get the board. And another key for the Thunder is abusing their bigs down low and out-rebounding Miami. That's how they've won most of their games, is LeBron is just going to abuse Russell Westbrook in the post and just spin off and shoot. Not a patent and hook shot, but just a tiny swingman hook. Not really known for those, but I guess it was the best tool for the moment to use. LeBron playing the passing lanes, going coast to coast. Slam jam, thank you, ma'am. Again, right in Russell's face. Wow. So it's OKC's great ecstatic offense versus Miami's fast break offense. And both of these teams are playing with high octane right now, and you can really see the connection here and just the competitive nature. Russell Westbrook, step back three. Got it! In the grill of Mario Chalmers. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Those are plays that only stars can make. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is where it's at. James trying to go to work on Durant, taking it inside, trying to draw that second foul. Blocked by Durant. Durant abusing his 2 inches that he has on LeBron. And Russell Westbrook with the amazing feed to Serge Ibaka as the Thunder go up by 6. And we're a little over halfway into the first quarter. And the score is on par for a shootout here in Miami. LeBron collects, and it's tipped out of bounds by Serge Ibaka. Great defensive play on his part. Always playing that very, very active defense. And we have some substitutions here. Dwayne Wade's coming out, and Russell Westbrook as well are the 2 main ones that are coming out. LeBron's trying to get positions of the post, trying to set some screens, trying to get someone open. I mean, those 2 players, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, 2 of the most unique players in the game. LeBron, just his size, strength, and weight, and his athleticism, and Kevin Durant's length, wingspan, athleticism, shooting. I mean, these 2 can go hand in hand all day. Durant spins and just lays it in. Ronnie Turiaf hit the deck. And Kevin Durant is a one-man show. I mean, are you kidding me? This man has flat out came into this game and has made it his own. I mean, I just don't know what to say. This has the making of what reminds me of Larry Bird versus Dominique Wilkins of the 4th quarter, depending if LeBron can eventually step it up and trying to get on Kevin's level right now as Bosh is going to miss, but get his own board, almost puts it back in, but not quite. But good effort on Bosh's part, trying to collect his own rebound. Can the experience of Derek Fisher lead the Thunder to victory here in Game 7, or will it take something else for the Thunder? As they are up by 9 right now, Harden tries to spin. Fisher wide open with a casual, easy mid-range jumper. Slot hesitation there, but still got it to go. And Miami is going to burn their 2nd timeout of the game. Turiaf having a hard time throwing the ball in bounds. Finally finding Chalmers open. There's LeBron off the screen. He's got somewhat of a mismatch on him and Serge Ibaka. As I said, somewhat. I mean, he could probably speed past him, but ultimately I think that's a pretty good body inside to give him some trouble. As there, Serge Ibaka with a great body-up defense to stop LeBron. LeBron's just 2 for 6. Going somewhat cold here in this game as Durant is doing the complete opposite. They're probably going to look to have Durant come off a screen. Wasn't open. Derek Fisher out to Harden. Gets blocked by Ronnie Turiaf, and that is a shot clock violation. The Thunder couldn't get anything going on that possession. And the Heat with not better than subpar defense. Absolutely fabulous defense being played that possession. What a nice... Those screens are technically illegal. If there's a defensive 3-second call, you don't see those too often, as Chalmers is going to step up to the line and try to knock one down. He had a pretty good performance for the Heat inside the playoffs towards the NBA Finals with, I believe it was 24, 22 points, something like that. Heat really needed someone to step up like him or Mike Miller into the finals to really, really compete. And it should be interesting to see what happens next year as well. Chalmers trying to create space on Fisher. We're down to 5 seconds of the shot clock. Going to drive in. Lays it up, but no good. And Nazar Muhammad is right there for the board. Fisher running the break. He chose 37 because that's how old he is. Moves inside with the pump fake on Ronnie Turiaf. Abusing the pump fake to his advantage on a taller defender. It's a nice way to get yourself open and clear some space. Try to get some easy points. LeBron at the top of the key. The Heat really taking shots deep inside the shot clock. Chalmers going to have to put one up, and it's no good. And the Thunder collect again as the Thunder are completely out-rebounding. Kevin Durant! What a magnificent feed from James Harden. And Kevin Durant has 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks here in Game 7 of the NBA Finals already as OKC doubles up on Miami 30-15. James trying to step back. That is no good. They've gone ice cold from the field. They've already burned 2 timeouts, so I don't see them calling another timeout until the second quarter. Durant trying to get some space on James. He's only missed 1 shot the whole game. And it looks like he's going to have to jack up another shot, make or miss here. He's going to pump fake in LeBron's face. Not going to get that one to fall. It's about time he missed. I mean, you could not be more on fire to start a game with 16 points. That is more than Miami has as a team right now, as a unit. So the Thunder are looking good early, and again shooting late inside the shot clock, but one finally had to go down for Mario Chalmers. I don't know what's up with Miami, just not converting at all, not getting any good offense until the first couple of seconds into the shot clock. Durant gets a screen, trying to drive inside on LeBron. Doesn't get it. Out to Battier. Battier's going to force up a half quarter, and it's no good off glass. And that will be the end of the first quarter. The Thunder on top 30-17 with a magnificent effort on the boards and on the defensive end. All right, so the Thunder have possession of the ball at the start of the second quarter. Miami did win the tip, if you remember. Harden trying to operate on Wade. Wade did not play a lot inside that first quarter, so it should be interesting to see if he comes back. Kendrick Perkins abusing inside the post because no one else can guard him, apparently. I mean, no one else on the Heat is 7 foot tall, so no one else has the size to match up for, like, man to man. So that's something that the Thunder look like they're taking advantage of so far. Shane Battier for 3. That looks like a shot that he could easily make. That's a good look for him. Just couldn't get it to go. The Thunder are out rebounding the Heat 12-5. Just completely decimating them on the glass. Trying to get it to Perkins again, abusing again on James Jones. If you're not going to put in a tall enough center to guard Kendrick Perkins, he's just going to abuse you into the post every time, apparently. This is a good break for Kevin Durant. The Thunder have built a sustainable lead. LeBron also out on the bench for a break. So it should be interesting to see when they'll check back into the game. I'm assuming for Miami there's hardly no option but to put in LeBron soon enough. And Chalmers with a straight on 3 can't get it. Thunder with the rebound again. Kendrick Perkins with 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field, playing excellent defense, and not to mention hitting the glass hard. What more can you ask for a big man? Westbrook trying to knife his way inside, trying to get it, and he's going to have to settle for a very, very short shot and ends up getting it to go. And the points in the paint are just completely different. Miami trying to operate around the wing and around the top of the key, not really trying to get inside. And that's their first basket of this second quarter. And that's their first points in the paint in a while. So Westbrook spins off Mario Chalmers inside the backcourt. I figured he might want to push it, but calmly decides to slow down and try to set up the half-court offense. The Thunder's half-court offense has just been 10 times better than Miami's, which is resulting in a commanding lead right now. Westbrook pulls up for the three. That's just, he has ice in his veins. Wow. Timeout, Miami. Miami trailing by 20 points in this one, as Kevin Durant now checks back into the game at the small forward position. And it seems like whenever Kevin Durant can get a break, he will. Scott Brooks trying to maneuver his minutes and change his minutes. Mike Miller can't get that one to fall. The Heat are shooting a lot worse than what the Thunder are doing. Turnover by Durant. Normally the Heat are good at converting off turnovers, but it doesn't look like they're getting anything inside transition in this possession, as LeBron's going to set it up at the top of the key. Feeds it down to Bosh. Bosh has been one of their main guys inside the series with the fadeaway jumper. That's almost unguardable whenever he's knocking those down. And it appears they have cut it to 18, but this is one of the largest deficits of the finals so far, if not the largest. And it should be almost impossible to come back from this as Kevin Durant tries to fade. Perkins with the offensive rebound, puts it back up, and one. He is doing work on the Heat. No one can put a body on him. No one can do anything with him. Kendrick Perkins has been the big man down low for the Oklahoma City Thunder and has a chance to put him up by 21 with this free throw. And he misses as LeBron corrals the miss. Wade trying to push, slows it down. James only 2 for 7. And not really stat sheet stuffing just quite yet. Dwayne Wade trying to get his way down low. Doesn't quite get it. Cephalosha on the break. Out to Westbrook. Back to Cephalosha on the wing. Trying to create some space. Perkins evaluates the defense. Here comes Russell Westbrook off the screen. They're looking to get Kevin Durant wide open. Right there he is. Tries to move inside. And he's going to draw a foul. Going to the line for 2 shots. And the actual NBA rule, I believe, is you have 10 seconds to shoot your free throw at the line. And I can see why that rule was put in place, because sometimes it takes players too long for some reason at the line. I don't know why, but on Hall of Fame, 2K made it 5 seconds for whatever reason. It really doesn't make a difference, but with 5 seconds, it makes it harder for your routine to go through. And overall, I don't think I necessarily like that too much, so yeah. Anyways, Miami down by, again, Oklahoma City is doubling up on Miami. And Miami just trying to get something to go. Bosh has been their main guy so far, as he's been scoring almost non-stop. And if Miami wants to get back into this game, as you can see, they're shooting 10 for 26, and OKC is lighting it up right now. 18 shots made for them. Just an absolute difference in field goal shooting and defense. And ultimately, that's why you see whichever team out-rebounds another team normally wins, is because that team is missing more shots than the other team. That's just normally the way it goes. As Kevin Durant is on track for one of the best finals performances of all time, and probably one of the best Game 7 finals performance of all time as well. Bosh again. The Heat are really wanting to get points in the paint. That's really one of their only ways they're going to score this game. And timeout Thunder. They want to try to control Chris Bosh in the paint. Looks like they'll probably get Serge Ibaka back into the game, and that might be the difference maker. I still think they have Nick Collison out there on the floor. And also Kendrick Perkins. So the Heat actually take Bosh out, give him a breather, even though that was their main source of offense so far as Kendrick Perkins. I mean, no one can guard that man right now. He is just a bully in the paint. And again, LeBron James is catching a breather. I don't know if he needs it or not, but he is on the bench with 6 points. Not being that effective and shooting well below 50%, even below 40%. As the Heat turn it over again, Durant going coast to coast. Miller in his way. He's spinning off. Passes it to Harden for an easy jumper. Can't get it to go. Tipped up. Eventually boarded by Durant. And into Harden. It looks like they're going to back it out and reset into their normal offense. Westbrook up top. Collison with a screen. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Collison's got to force one up, and it's good. Everything going the Thunder's way here tonight. Wow. I mean, just wow. This place is stunned. Haslam with the wide open J. The Heat have definitely got to try to score earlier inside the shot clock and be more aggressive and more assertive with their offensive moves and try to play better defense, even though the Thunder have just been making shots left and right. But if the Heat want a chance at a championship, they got to try to get back inside this game. And even that shot goes from Russell Westbrook, as OKC now has 50, count it, 50 points already inside the first half of play, and Miami only with 27. Wade gets rejected out to Harden, running. It looks like he's just going to slam this one down for the slam cam. A little Jordan-esque there with a two-hand. Looked like he was on flight. And it looks like Dwayne Wade is running the point with LeBron out and Mario Chalmers as well. The Heat trying to go with somewhat size and somewhat shooting as well. Wade trying to post up on Westbrook, but Westbrook can actually guard Wade somewhat because of size. Dwayne Wade's only 6'4", and Westbrook is around 6'3", so it's not that much of a difference. And of course, Westbrook can keep up with Wade because of his speed. That's something that makes Westbrook kind of special. He's able to guard Dwayne Wade. And finally, he misses a shot. I believe that's his first missed shot of the whole game. Dwayne Wade trying to get something going. That is a well-contested shot from Durant, but Dwayne Wade just wanting to try to come back inside this game and make an impact, make a name for himself here in the finals. Westbrook at the top of the key with about 5 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Harden for three. No good. And the Heat board it. They're running 3-on-2. Fast break. They stop. And now they got to sort of reset. Mike Miller going to take a weird hook shot inside the paint. And I don't think they needed that one. That was a forced shot. And I think that was a bad shot selection on Mike Miller's part. Screen and roll. Westbrook has been everything you can ask for in a point guard tonight, shooting a well percentage and passing the ball, stepping back, going inside, getting blocked by Dwayne Wade. It's a shot clock violation. That shot will not count, and it will be Heat ball. Substitutions being made. LeBron James is coming back in the game. The Heat actually stuck with the Thunder with LeBron on the bench, so it should be interesting to see if LeBron will play the rest of the way or not. What a dish to Ronnie Turiaf, but it's rejected by Serge Ibaka. And the Thunder are looking like a championship caliber team right now, and it looks like they are going for gold. Russell Westbrook with another one of those pump fake short shots. Mike Miller going coast to coast, Euro step, doesn't quite get it to go, and it's boarded by the Thunder. How many times have I said that? I think the Thunder have out-rebounded Miami by almost double, and that results as the score. Westbrook off glass. With Kevin Durant not scoring, I mean, you have Russell Westbrook to score for you as well. So when one's not inside the game, the other one is scoring at will. And look at that. The Thunder playing the passing lanes. They have one of their best defensive lineups inside the whole game right now. Westbrook at point, Cephalosha at shooting guard or small forward, I believe. And then James Harden also at shooting guard and small forward. And you have Serge Ibaka and Nazar Muhammad. One of the greater defensive lineups in the game. Kendrick Perkins could be inserted in there, I guess. James Harden with the step-back three. At this point, it just does not even matter. So far, it looks like the Thunder want it more, and the Thunder want to be on that podium celebrating in South Beach tonight. LeBron trying some moves. Gets it back to Chalmers. LeBron for the three. Got it. They're going to need some of that. That was only their second three-point field goal of the whole game. And it comes inside the second quarter late. Westbrook pulls up. Whoa! Serge Ibaka tried to slam that one back down. Couldn't quite get it. Coast to coast, Ronnie Turiaf. Trying to get easy points off the break. Will the Thunder go 2 for 1 here? I think it's a little bit too late for that now. And it looks like they're just going to try to get a good shot. They do not have Kevin Durant in right now to take this final shot for them. And the Heat play the passing lanes. Now it looks like they're going to take the final shot of the half. Mike Miller driving. Gets fouled on the way to the basket. And he has a chance to narrow the lead down below 20 with these free throws. And it looks like Kevin Durant will be checking back in for this final shot. And they'll get their rebounding lineup in as well. Derek Fisher, a clutch shooter as well. So you can tell what the Thunder's mindset is and what Scott Brooks has designed for the next 4.9 seconds of play. And Mike Miller hits another one. Kendrick Perkins looking. It looks like they're going to get it to Derek Fisher. He's going to run down the court, jack up a shot off the front of the iron. And that will take us to halftime. And I'm going to go right ahead and skip ahead to the next section. So I'll see you in the third quarter and the second half. Hello and welcome back to the third quarter of play here in Miami. The Thunder are currently up by 19 points as we go into the second half. And for Miami to try to win this thing, they're going to need a miracle on the court here. All the fans still standing, and they are wanting this comeback more than anything. They want to celebrate tonight. The Thunder want to celebrate tonight. I mean, Game 7s are so, especially inside the NBA Finals, Game 7s as Westbrook lays it in off glass. Pretty good shooting performance on his part as well. But yeah, Game 7s can only end in one way and one way only for one team, and then another way for another team. It's kind of sad that one team has to go home losing tonight, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way sports come down to sometimes. And the Heat just trying to respond and get on the board, and just trying to fight back with everything they got. Really look for the Heat to pound it inside. And that is goaltending. Dwayne Wade trying to pin that off glass, but Russell Westbrook is just too fast for him on that particular play. A lot of standing around by the Heat. There is a screen up top, though. Bosch, again, one of their main sources of production inside the first half. Will they go to him into the second half? Or will LeBron try to take over? Wade tries to drive inside. No good, and the Thunder snag another rebound as they are up on inside the rebounding category, 23-10. Durant unable to get that shot to fall. And here comes Miami. Oh, man, this is a mismatch. We saw it inside of the first quarter. LeBron needs to try to get that mismatch inside the post as often as possible. They are abusing that, though, here in this game, trying to at least. But LeBron really has not been trying to post up or really get inside this game. And as a result, this is the score you have, and the Thunder just keep piling on the points. I don't know who will win Finals MVP or MVP of this game if the Thunder were to win. Would it be Russell Westbrook or Kevin Durant at this point? Both absolutely assaulting the Miami Heat on the offensive end. Dwayne Wade able to split Thabo Cephalosha, and we have a timeout. Before this game is over, I would like to see the final score predictions right now. Like right now inside the match or the game. Westbrook fakes. They have Durant wide open for three. That's why you don't shoot it, Russell. Because you have a spot-up shooter ready to knock it down, and Miami did not like what just happened. And they are calling an immediate timeout. Eric Spoelstra is just beside himself here tonight. And it is 66-44. This is not what we expected. I was definitely expecting a closer game than this right now. But the Thunder are not letting go of that gas pedal anytime soon. They are pedal to the metal, all out, trying to win this game. And just absolutely owning the boards right now. Durant, you know where this is going. The Thunder are going to try to screen for Durant, try to get him open. Durant's got the mismatch on him and Wade. So it looks like Russell's going to try to shoot it right inside of Mario's face, but cannot get the shot to fall. And we're seeing a lot of shots being taken late into the shot clock as LeBron is starting to heat up with 11. But I believe it'll take 30 for LeBron for Miami to even think about winning this game. LeBron being guarded very well by Thabo Cephalosha. And again, another Thunder board. Westbrook trying to test his luck as he's trying to maneuver his way inside. Durant wide open again. Oh, a no-look bounce pass. That's all day. Back of the rim for Durant. That's an unusual miss for him. As Bosch, I believe, might be the leading scorer. And look out. Perkins trying to go coast to coast. Doesn't look like it. If Durant would have kept himself, I believe he could have went coast to coast. But here comes LeBron. Alert the presses. That is a magazine cover. That is a cover for something. Durant trying to answer back. Should be interesting to see how the Thunder respond to what Miami has cooking, because it seems like they have a run. Durant for three, can't get it to go. He has gone somewhat cold here inside the second half after that 16-point first quarter and whatever he produced inside the second quarter. Side screen. What a feed to Udonis Haslem from LeBron. Just an excellent bounce pass between two defenders. That's just good pick and roll offense right there. We really haven't seen LeBron scoring or even creating baskets for his team here tonight, and that pretty much results in what you're seeing now, which is currently a blowout in the making. Westbrook off glass, contested. He has 23. He's shooting 10 for 15 from the field. Just what an excellent performance Russell Westbrook is putting on here tonight. And that's partially blocked. The Thunder just playing a great all-around game. And it doesn't look like the Heat have anything left into the tank to try to make a run. But it's going to take a miraculous fourth quarter, I'll tell you that much, if the Heat want to try to win a championship and try to just stay inside this game. Westbrook's going to have to force one up. He's 10 for 15, 10 for 16 now. This crowd is absolutely stunned. They're all on their feet, though, which is good, I guess, if you're a fan. Wade trying to create something. In and out dribble. Ooh, a nice little fancy scoop shot up and in. And that'll get the crowd started with something. Most of them are sitting back down again. But at least they have something to cheer about now. Westbrook goes inside. Unbelievable that there wasn't a foul called. Wade going coast to coast, gets blocked by Kevin Durant. He's been playing some magnificent defense. The whole Thunder team has been playing some magnificent defense. Serge Ibaka, too strong for LeBron James. You heard his comments inside the finals. You heard what he had to say beforehand, and now he's proving it here in Game 7 when it matters. He said that LeBron couldn't play defense. He wasn't about playing defense. And on that possession, I guess not. I guess Serge was right on that possession. And James Harden picks Dwayne Wade's pockets clean. And the Thunder up by 21 with the ball. Kevin Durant stops on a dime and pulls up right in LeBron's face. And again, whenever Miami seems to be getting some highlight plays and starting to make a run, the Thunder just answer back with a dagger. Wade nowhere to go. He's got to force up a shot. No good. LeBron James! LeBron James with the windmill putback slam of the century. You can't be serious. The MVP electrifies the building. What a magnificent putback from LeBron James. That is something you don't even see in a video game. Wow. Durant trying to answer back. He does. That guy is absolutely uncanny right now. It's like the basket is literally the ocean right now for him. Just unbelievable. An unbelievable play from LeBron James, and then Durant answering back as Chalmers is going to come off that screen with a mid-range jump shot. OKC just shooting way too good for Miami. It's not that Miami's offense isn't getting the job done. It's just that their defense isn't, I guess, or else the Thunder's offense is just way too good. And this looks like almost an offensive 3-second violation by Kendrick Perkins, but barely got out of the lane in time. I don't know what Ibaka's doing. A lot of dribbling by himself. Durant's going to try to create something. up and under. Kevin McHale-like right there. I've heard some comparisons between George Gervin and Kevin Durant, and some say Kevin Durant is the Iceman Part 2. I can see that, but I can also see Kevin becoming a better player than the Iceman because of his size, and he's only 23 years old too, so definitely looking forward to the future. Ronnie Turiaf, what a pass, but Serge Ibaka is right there. Just unbelievable effort by this Thunder team. Durant coming off another screen. He's not afraid to shoot it. Can't quite get that one, though. It seems like Durant shows up for most of like quarters, and then he starts to fade away. I don't know what's with that, but it's still a miraculous finals performance so far, and a Game 7 performance at that. Durant tries to double team. It doesn't matter because Ronnie Turiaf hits a fadeaway. I don't know how Kevin Durant sensed that, but that's a pretty good contest. I mean, he had a guy almost in his face and then Kevin Durant running at him, so overall I think that was pretty good defense by the Thunder. Just better offense by Ronnie Turiaf, and you don't say that often. Durant trying to create for the three, can't get it, and Miami finally grabs the rebound. That didn't even look like they boxed out or anything on that possession, and James will hold it for the last shot. Wade trying to create. He gets inside, muscling his way in, and just somehow getting that one to go. The score has hardly changed at all, though. And Fisher with a wild shot off glass, and we'll be going into the fourth quarter. Kevin Durant with 28 points. Thunder still up big in this one, up by 19. And if Miami's going to do anything right now, it's going to have to be now, because the Thunder have absolutely been decimating them here in this game. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, the best tandem in all of basketball right now. LeBron and Wade not exactly on par tonight with what they have been. They have LeBron as a mismatch inside the post on Russell. He's scored 100% of the time inside the post when Russell's guarding him, except for on that possession. And it is going to take everything for Miami to come back now, as no one in all of basketball has ever came back from 20 points down inside the fourth quarter, or in just one quarter in general, from this big of a lead inside the finals. Kevin Durant, again, now with 30. This is almost the exact opposite of what happened in Game 5 for Miami. Miami was blowing out the Thunder, and LeBron was celebrating on the bench, but so far into this game, it looks like it's going to be completely flipped. The script is going to be completely flipped, and it looks like Kevin Durant might get to celebrate on the bench. Really depending on how the next couple of minutes goes, but if Miami cannot get anything to spark into the next 3 minutes, I believe this one is a wrap, and the Thunder will more than likely go on, and they continue to put points on the board. I don't even think Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan put up 30 points each inside the finals. So this could be like one of the first ever times that two players on one team put up more than 30 points. And we actually saw it this year from the Thunder, as Dwayne Wade almost puts it down on Nazar Muhammad. But we saw this year that the Thunder can score a lot because I believe it's out of overtime, but Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook both put up 40 points each in one game. And Serge Ibaka as well, I think, added on with, I forgot what he had, but I think he had a triple-double that night. And that was the first ever time two teammates has ever scored 40 points, and the third one got a triple-double. So that's amazing if you ask me. And the scary thing is for the Thunder, they can only get better from here. And to make it to the championship this young is extremely scary. They've picked all the right players they needed to pick up, and now it's just about executing down the stretch. A great contest from LeBron, but it's just Kevin Durant's night. He does not miss, people. It doesn't matter. 14 for 23, he still does not miss. That's shooting almost 63%. Somewhere around there. And that is just a spectacular percentage. Shane Battier can't get it to go. And he has gone ice cold in this game. Durant again. One of the best shooting performances in Game 7 history and in Finals history going on right here tonight. What more can you say about Kevin Durant's play tonight? Battier can't get any space. LeBron's going to try to create something here. He's got to settle for a fadeaway. Does not get it to fall. And the Thunder just going to come down and jack up a shot. Not exactly the best of ideas. The clock is on your side at this point. If I was the Thunder, I would definitely wind it down. And if you were to wind it down every single possession from here on out, it would be mathematically impossible for Miami to win this game. But depending on how things play out, Miami could potentially make a run with threes. And that is a personal foul. That is a moving screen. And it looks like the Thunder will utilize some of their bench right here, right now. And they can easily put back in their starters if they feel threatened at all by Miami possibly coming back inside this game. James Jones loses it out of bounds. What can you say about Miami? This is just not their night. And the Thunder just keep piling on and have maintained a 20-point lead ever since the second quarter, or late first quarter even. So once they've taken this lead, they have not looked back at all. And so far, so good. They're looking like a championship caliber team. If this game was a little bit closer, though, I could imagine like the Stars would still stay in. Kevin Durant would still be on the floor. And it's hard telling if he would break 40. But with his play tonight, all he has to do is put up a shot and it will more than likely go in. Just roll the dice. And if it rolls a 1, 2, 3, or a 4 out of 6, then that's the probability of Kevin Durant making a shot tonight. And the Thunder just can't miss right now. Even their second unit is playing to perfection. The Heat taking a long time to score. James Jones is wide open. Mario doesn't see him. He's got to force up a shot. Ends up getting it to go. But it is definitely too little too late. And I'm going to go ahead and say the Thunder have hammered the nail into the coffin. That is a extremely late pass on Daquan Cook's part. And the Heat are going coast to coast. And just like that, it is cut to 19. But it's going to take a lot more out of the Heat to try to come back now. especially. The Heat have not had the lead at all tonight. It has been all Thunder all the time. And you cannot leave a big man wide open underneath the basket. He will make you pay the price of 2 points. I don't know what's been the main factor. Is it the Thunder's offense or is it the Heat's lack of defense? I don't know. But I guess we can say it's a little bit of both, because the Thunder have been scoring at will and they have been getting somewhat easy shots in transition. And I feel that the Heat have really settled for threes and they have not really tried to get the ball inside to LeBron or even Chris Bosh. And really, that's what hurt them tonight, as the starting lineup's going to come back in and try to finish off this game. They'll probably just come back in for another 2 minutes or so. Maybe just stat pad a little for Kevin Durant. I don't know. Even if he came back in, I'm not sure. No, he didn't. Russell Westbrook is in the game at shooting guard. So they're going kind of small here with this lineup. Miller, it's kind of too late. At this point, it just doesn't seem likely that the Heat would even have anything left inside the tank. LeBron not playing up to par. But there is Mike Miller with a steal. He has LeBron on the left, but he's going to take it himself. Bad back and all, going to the rack. And the Heat have not given up on this game just quite yet. But we can only assume it's over from here. Oh, what a pass by Russell Westbrook, but it gets rejected. A nice over-the-shoulder salt shaker pass by Russell Westbrook, but unable to finish. That could have been one of the better plays of the finals if that had any success. LeBron trying to get back into this game. They've actually cut the lead down to less than 20 for the first time in a long time. And now I believe it's down to 15. But Serge Ibaka, wow. A very aggressive move on his part. He's going to go to the line for 2. And not a lot of free throws here tonight. It's been a semi-aggressive game as LeBron with the nail biting continues. Even though hasn't done that recently, the animation is still into the game, and it's always fun to point out when he actually does it. Ibaka, an improving shooter. He's been able to knock down the mid-range jumper this season, and assuming he can continue to move forward. And Bosh knocking it down, and just like that, it's down to 14. So the Heat just trying their best to cut away at this lead 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and if anything continues, Kevin Durant may have to re-enter the game to assure a finals victory here tonight. Because the Heat are capable of putting up 14 points quick, especially when the Thunder are turning the ball over left and right. Chalmers for the 3. Can't get it. Bosh on the offensive glass and 1. 3 the old-fashioned way. And just like that, it is down to 12. The Miami Heat have cut it to 12, possibly down to 11 with this free throw. And will any of the Thunder players re-enter the game? They absolutely seem to be, but they're not at the scorers table, so we can only imagine no. But is this the right move? Should you be getting your starters back out on the floor when it's cut to 12? Because you don't really have any scoring threats that can really score at will for the Thunder. But Daquan Cook is going to knock down a dagger, and I believe that might seal the deal. But we can only hope that Miami tries to make this a somewhat close game for entertainment's sake. But Daquan Cook, the unsung hero, I believe if he missed that shot and Miami converted on the other end and cut it down to 10 or single digits, I believe there would be no other option but for the Thunder to put back in their starters. And believe it or not, Kevin Durant puts up like 35-plus points while only playing like 30 minutes. Or even less than that. LeBron with the fadeaway, can't get it to go. Chris Bosh is wanting this bad. He is crashing the offensive boards. It seems like he's not getting any help out there tonight, besides from a little bit from LeBron and a little bit from Wade. Speaking of Wade, I thought he'd probably get the ball inside that possession. LeBron trying to show his strength. They just can't quite get it up and in. Royal Ivy coming up on the other end. Time is of the essence, and time is the Thunder's friend, as time is ticking down, and it looks like the Thunder will be not moving on, but grabbing that trophy, and Derek Fisher will be a 6-time champion. Wade to Chalmers. Chalmers can't get it to go. Another block for the Thunder. How many times have I said the Thunder have blocked a shot or rebounded a ball? Really like what the Thunder's doing. Really taking their time. Daquan Cook hit a 3 earlier. Scoots in for a 2. Can't quite get that one to go. And the Heat know that it's underneath a minute, and it's pretty much impossible to come up with the amount of points they need to win this game in that short of time. But they're just trying to play the last possessions of basketball they'll play for this season, as LeBron is going to hit a mid-range jump shot and make it a 13-point game. But again, it's just too little too late. They made it exciting towards the end, making it a 14-point game and now a 13-point game. And at one point, got it back down to 11 with the Bosh free throw and the 3-point play. But it doesn't look like they're going to foul. And Kevin Durant will celebrate tonight. And the Oklahoma City Thunder will be winning the first championship in franchise history for the Thunder's side, at least. And Chris Bosh will be taking the final shot of the game as that is knocked down. And there's 2.3 seconds on the clock, and all that the Thunder need to do is run it out. And it will be inside of Royal Ivy's hands, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are the 2012 NBA champions. Congratulations. And next up will be your Jordan Brand Player of the Game after the trophy ceremony, after everything took place. Derek Fisher's got to be happy about his 6th ring. And another disappointing year for the Miami Heat, making it to the finals twice and losing out.
Thank you to these two great teams for a classic NBA Finals that went all the way to a thrilling 7-game series. And now it's time to celebrate as we present the Larry O'Brien Trophy to this season's NBA champions. Congratulations to the players, the coaching staff, and of course, the fans.